Caffeinated Cooper Show. I'm your host, Elizabeth Cooper. When I was in college. Good morning, everybody. All over my notes. Wow, you have so much. Teach me some of their new words.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
They're looking to me to mate because I'm available, okay? He has my chaperone. I don't need to go do no procreating. Good looking. $59.99 for me. From Action Alive News, this is the Caffeinated Cooper Show.
Good evening, everybody. I am so excited to have you all here with me. Yet again, we have another amazing show coming straight at you. Now, there's a bunch of guys out there, and they're doing a radio podcast broadcast similar to this. They're simulcasting out to YouTube and all over the place. They've got great websites. They have all kinds. They even have merchandise, right? And they are so fun. You do not have to ride a motorcycle to enjoy their show. Every Monday at 8 p.m., you can catch the guys of Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, and bringing to the broadcast is Johnny Rizzo, Mike Harrison, and Rod the Cigar Guy. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Nice.
What's going on? We are very, very happy to be on the show with you tonight.
Absolutely.
I am very, very happy to have you on the show with me. Now, you guys are out in New York, right?
Yes, we are.
And
Long
where are
Island.
you in New York?
Long Island, New York. We're in Huntington, New York right now.
Cool. Very nice. What's the weather like there today?
We had a good day today. Today was a pretty good day in weather,
A
right?
little cold. A little nippy.
A little nippy.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
You can't say nipple, dude.
Nipply.
Nipply or cold. Let's just stay with cold.
It was erect.
Yeah, stay away
Yeah,
from the
I-
N-word.
It all depends on if you have one nipple or two, or, you know, however you want to do that. So what is your favorite weather to ride in?
Oh, summer. I mean, I got to say, I would say between 65 and 75 degrees is perfect.
Right.
That's my thing.
Yeah, summer we do a lot of night riding.
Yes.
But I like the fall. The fall's the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great. Like in the early fall.
Early fall, yeah.
That's a good time. You know, that's a fun thing. In the early fall.
Right. But I ride all year round. I ride in when it's freezing out.
Yeah, Mike's always on the road.
So I'm always riding.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk about your show. There's so many different questions. Like, I could go down a path of asking you about the kinds of bikes that you've owned and all that kind of stuff. But let's intro first with your show, Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, which comes on air every Monday at 8 p.m.
Yep.
However, you also broadcast when you're on location. And we've got a bunch of different events that we're going to talk about that we can catch you guys at.
Sure.
And tell me, how did the show begin? Where did it come from?
It all started where I was on another show with a friend of mine, and me and him both rode. And the guy who owned the studio said to me, "You should start a motorcycle show." So I was like, you know what, let me think about it. You know, we'll see what I can do. And I said, you know what, let's do it. So me and this guy started it. It was just me and him. And then I brought Rod onto the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then we got Margaret onto the show.
Right.
And then we didn't realize what we really had here at first. We just thought, you know what, we'll just talk. You know, I was coming up with stupid things every week. Let's talk about this motor. I don't know shit about motors. I'll tell you that right now. And let's do this, that, the other thing. And you know what? It started going somewhere. And every week there was more and more people watching. It would get more exciting. And then the girl, she had to leave, right? She had some personal stuff, so she left the show. And then Mike came aboard.
Right.
And then when Mike came aboard, the whole show just personally changed total directions. You know what I mean? So instead of trying to talk about motorcycles, let's talk about what we really know, the motorcycle biker lifestyle, which is us.
Mhm.
And we like to go to all these other like little events that people don't know about, and the big events, right? We went all of them.
All of
I mean, we hit, 46 events this year?
46.
Me and Mike alone.
Yeah.
We were all over the place, man. We were everywhere this year. So, and we plan on keep going
Yes.
everywhere. So the show's about the biker lifestyle, where you want to come to our show. You'll learn about local events and events all over the country. And, you know, like I always say, you know, a good barbecue place or a good cigar or a good road. This is where you want to talk about it. And, you know, it's a learning experience for everybody.
Right.
That's what Motorcycle Mayhem Radio was all about.
Yeah, I came on as a guest. I was a guest at first when we first met up
Yeah.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
And we just clicked, you know.
Yeah,
and,
we had a good time.
We had a good time.
And then when Margaret couldn't come, I'm like, hey,
Right.
Mike, come on the show.
Fill in. Yeah.
And that was it.
That was
So, yeah.
Okay, so then when did Rod come in? Has Rod always been there?
You see, I threw Rod off the show.
Rod had to go.
Rod left the show for about how long?
He wasn't bringing nothing to the plate, so we had to get rid of him.
You were
You
going
should
about
talk, man.
Captain for about 8 months, right?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
6-8 months.
He
Yeah.
was off the show for about 6-8 months, and then, you know, when Mike and I asked Mike, hey Mike, you want to be my co-host on the show? You know, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we actually went to North Carolina.
Yep.
And I said, Mike, you know, I'd like to bring Rod back with the cigars. I think that'd be really good. So he's like, yeah. So we drank a beer and we called Rod.
Yep.
And we're
Okay,
like, yo, dude, we're thinking about bringing it back.
Right.
And that's it. Now here's Rod.
Rod's
And
it.
why don't you come over here a second? I'll just,
Yeah.
so you're scared of kids, though.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So I do have a question from a viewer, and our viewer is Mr. Ken Dodge. And
Oh.
Ken
Ken Dodge,
Dodge,
There we
Is he a
go.
big star?
I think he is. He's been in a lot of movies and television shows, and he follows you guys religiously. I know that. But he's
He actually was a host on the show, too.
He sends me pictures of him drumming naked. I don't know what that's all about, but
that's a special relationship.
yeah, that's a special relationship, all right.
All right. So on the continued sequel episode, we will talk about Mike and his special relationship.
I think he dropped the pen.
So
Can we do
Ken
jumping
is
jacks right now?
asking-
I'm just wondering. Anybody want to exercise a little jumping jacks for us?
I
This
don't
Ken's
know.
question right on. That's cool, right on the board.
Right.
Read the question, John.
So Ken
What are you
is asking,
looking to accomplish with this? Okay, go. I'm sorry, yeah.
what are you looking to accomplish with this show?
Nice.
Well, we are looking to accomplish. I don't want to work anymore. This is what I want to do my job.
Right.
Okay, we want to bring the whole biker community together as one, and we want to be the place where everybody goes for the information.
Right.
And you know what? A lot of it has clicked already. We had people make friends from Kentucky and Texas and North Carolina, all over the country. That everyone, Indianapolis,
Mhm.
everywhere, Ohio,
Worldwide.
And you know what? Because of this show, so many people made new friends and a lot of new connections.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, a lot of people try to copy the show. But you know what?
But you know what? They always say copying is a form of flattery. Right?
Yeah.
So we started this.
Yes, but you know, that's what we're trying to accomplish, to bring everybody as a one, and for Motorcycle Mayhem Radio to be the place that you want to go to tell your story or share something.
Right. One big mayhem family, you know,
Right.
everybody out there for all the events that we go to, sharing everybody's events. And so everyone has a piece of the cake, you know, it's
Right.
to give everybody what they need. They need where the events, where to ride, what to do. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about and we've become family with everybody that we work with. So
Right.
it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, people reach out to us about their events all over the place, and we try our best to promote what they have going on.
Exactly.
That is really cool. So I brought up to the screen, this is your profile on Facebook. And if somebody wants to catch the show every Monday at 8 p.m., they can go here to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. But then I also saw that you guys have a fan club.
Yeah, we do.
Join the fan club. You
Well,
can
you can join the fan club. The fan club is basically Jane Morris, our PR. She actually made that page. And if you want to be a part of the fan club, yeah, go on there. And the show will get shared on there. All kinds of stuff is on there. So definitely check out the fan club. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
I really love it. So, all right. I'm going to tell a little story here. When I was growing up, my grandmother lived in Perth Amboy, and right next door,
Crazy.
there were Hell's Angels.
Okay.
And these were like the rough and tumble, the criminals, the bad guys.
Right.
They loved my little old lady grandmother. So
Okay.
they would protect her, and they would always say, "Oh no, you're good, right?" Even they're like killing people. I mean, they were really bad guys. You guys were talking about the lifestyle. That is not the Hells Angels of the world, that is not the lifestyle of where you guys go and what you guys do. Like when I and my boyfriend at the time had a Harley, we rode in a lot of benevolent officer rides for fallen officers, cancer rides, all types of things. And there's a whole community of really, really good people. And those are you. You are those people.
Well, you know what it is. There's over 10.5 million registered motorcycles in the USA.
Right.
All right. They're nothing against the percentage groups. We respect them all.
Sure.
But when it comes down to it, we're about the independent riders. We're about the people who want to go out there and have a good time. And with doctors, lawyers, teachers, and such. I mean, we ride with everybody that's out there. So
yeah.
You do. And it seems like you make a lot of very, very attractive friends out there.
To say the least.
Yes, we do. We have fun. We have fun doing
she's
it.
a friend of ours.
So what is it like taking your show out of your studio setting, which is where you are now,
Right.
and then broadcasting live on location? What are the differences if somebody out there is watching this and they're inspired to create their own show? Maybe they have their own niche, or they want to try to do something similar to it. What type of advice can you give them that you have learned over the years of doing this, the complications, or maybe funny stories that you have about on-location reporting?
Be yourself.
Well, yeah, be yourself. You know what it is, too? The biggest problem about doing an on-location show is the Wi-Fi. So even if you buy the little Wi-Fi things, it doesn't help because, you need a certain Wi-Fi, a certain strength. So what I've learned is that we don't try to even do a show live anymore because it just looks horrible.
Right.
That we pre-record it all. And then I'll bring it home and I'll edit it to where I want it to look and make it, even add some stuff to it. This way I can give our fans a good quality show to watch. Like I put a 3-hour show on Tuesday night. We had so much footage from Daytona.
Wow.
So, you know what? But doing it, it's different doing a show on location because when we're in the studio, we're looking at each other.
Right.
But when you have people looking at you, it's a different story. If somebody doesn't like what you're saying or how you sound, they give you a face, that can ruin your whole night.
Yeah, they could play with your mind.
If someone says, you're like, okay, all right, so how's the weather over there, Mike? Geez. But you know what? It's, you have to have, I guess, more confidence in yourself. And we have confidence because we know what we have here. And, the show's been 2 years old, over 2 years old now. And we're just doing the push. And we got people behind us that believe in the show. And by having them people like yourself and Ken Dodge and everybody out there that pushes the show, gives you the confidence to go out there and do a live show. And you don't even see those people. You just do your thing. You know what I mean?
Like, we have to edit when we're on locations at an event and stuff. Sometimes we get carried away.
Sometimes.
A lot
we'll say.
a lot of stuff happens, and some people overdrink sometimes.
There's good vodka.
So we got to watch what we say, and we have to cut a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, sometimes. And check out Big Machine Vodka.
Yeah,
all right,
nice.
This is the best vodka you'll ever have in your life, right here.
That brings me to my next question. So you have a lot of sponsors at this point. I mean, you guys are doing something really, really magical, and it's obvious because you have people following, you have people watching. I have more people watching this broadcast than any other broadcast I've ever done. So you have, thank you. I mean, you guys are awesome. You want to do it again tomorrow night?
Always with you.
Must be the shoes.
I'm moving to Atlanta. You got an extra bedroom?
I'm going to hers.
I do.
There we go. We could talk all night together,
Hey, Mike and that voice.
My train of thought. It's left the station without me. No, I was talking about sponsors.
Okay.
Did you find in the beginning it was a struggle to find a sponsor for the show, or have they all just been noticing your trend and now
now's a different story. When we first started the show, we had a couple of sponsors that were with us from the very beginning. But you know what? I always felt like I wasn't doing enough and I wanted to do more. And now that the show is bigger and growing and, we're getting more sponsors on board, I have learned how to I guess, make videos and put things together. And, I try to give them more than what they're paying for because I appreciate every one of my sponsors. Every one of them are the most important thing to me. Every one of them. There's not one sponsor that's better than the other. They're all on the same level. And I try to do everything I possibly can do for every one of them and make them happy. You know what I mean? No.
And you're doing it too, by the way.
Thank you.
They give you.
I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning making a commercial this morning.
Nice.
It's a 24-hour thing. That's what it is.
You've got some great people. I'm going through these comments
Hey,
here
Martin.
as fast as I can. We got people watching without pants.
Yeah, Tim Martin.
We got the guy that Jason Vodka.com.
Nice.
And Ken Dodge feels this will be shared like a $10,000 hooker.
Nice.
I have
the way he thinks.
But
when you have callers into your show, because you do something a little bit differently than what I do, I vet my people to come on and have an interview and make sure that everything's totally on the up and up, just like you guys, and you're doing something really great, and we're here to inspire and promote. But when you broadcast your show, you have a phone number that anybody can call into.
Yeah. And we have the problems with some prank callers, but you know what?
It's fun.
We love it.
It's funny. It's real. We are a real show. And that's what it's all about. We're not going to put on an act for you. When you talk to me, either here or at a bar somewhere, I'm the same person. Mike is Mike. Rod, Rod.
I'm just a cigar guy.
Yeah, he's just a cigar guy, But hey, John Fru's on the air. What's up, Johnny Fru? But, and that's the whole thing. You have to be yourself doing it. You make believe you're somebody else.
Forget about it.
That ain't gonna work, man. Yeah. That is not gonna work. You just want to be you, have a good time, and that's it. And then just let it flow.
That is what's so endearing to all of us watching you guys, because you're absolutely right. You hit it on the head. You guys are you. You're hanging out. You're having a good time. You're talking about something that you love to do, and it really, really shows when you. How do I want to say this? So my point here is that you guys make what you do look so easy. And just from what I do with being able to interview and have some pictures up here and links and stuff, it's a lot of fooling around.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you manage all of it? You've got your video feeds, you have your sound, audio, you have your videos playing, you have your commercials in there, you got your sponsors, and then you have people calling in too. How many people do you actually have in there with you when you're doing it?
All me.
It's all honesty. It's all John.
All me. I do everything on the show. Not to sound like, I'm patting myself on the back, but I run the show from my iPad. And everything you see that's on the show is all coming from me. The commercials, answering the phones, making the video, all that stuff, putting up what you're putting up, the little names and stuff. Right. I'm doing all that during the show. These guys did.
I'm just a talent.
Yeah, he's the voice.
I'm the voice. I'm the talent.
He's the voice. And Rob's the guy,
Yes.
No, all honesty, Johnny does a lot. He takes on a lot on his shoulders. And, we were always asking him if we could help him. He's got an issue. He likes to do everything for himself, and he does a phenomenal job. So I want to say thank you to John, because without Johnny, this show would be nothing.
Thank you.
Holy cow, what a bunch of kiss ass.
I'll tell you.
Holy crap. Did you get your nose so far up his ass or what?
These guys, and even my wife said to me, once you get somebody to do the show for you, but I do stuff so spontaneous on the show that, I'll just, all right, let's go here. I'll make a left, make a right. I do everything so spontaneous. I can't have somebody running the show for me because I'll be more worried if they're putting the right stuff up for one. You know what I mean? I make a lot of mistakes. That's the best part about the show. I mess up all the time. Okay? All the time. And that's the funny part about it. I started my show on the wrong channel. You know what I mean? I forgot to turn the camera on one day. We're talking, doing the show. The camera's not even on. But we have a lot of that stuff.
The best part about it is when he's doing it, I learned how to maneuver around him. Yeah. So we it's a learning process. Every week we're learning something new from each other.
Yep.
So when he's doing his thing, I can learn how to move and coast around him. So that's what makes it a good tag team.
Yeah, and the biggest hurdle of doing something like this is, like, now me, Mike, and Rod pretty much got it. Not totally 100%, but to learn when to talk and when not to talk, and not all three of us talking at the same time. And that's an issue. That's a problem sometimes.
Right.
And, even when you put us in the green room, I had to straighten Rod out real quick. But,
again,
right, Larry? Larry Joe was watching, by the way.
Hey, Larry.
But that's the thing. You have to, work together, you know what I mean, and be a team about it. And it's not about who's getting more mic time or whatever. It's just, do your thing. Larry, Dawn's upstairs. There's no room where we're doing this right here. You can't even see Rod. I'm sorry, I was answering Larry.
But there's no egos. We don't have egos together.
No.
We actually like each other.
We do.
We are brothers.
Yeah.
We're cut from the same cloth. So
Yeah.
that works too.
We do.
Oh, wow. So we have a viewer that says Johnny and Mike never wear pants during the show. That just made it a little odd.
We're not wearing pants now. Thanks, Jane, for bringing that up.
No comment.
Right?
I'm wearing Jane's pants.
Let's all stand up together.
So we have a dispute going on actually between Ken Don and Larry Job. Larry is saying that Rod carries the show.
Oh, wow.
Ken is saying my ass.
I gotta say something about Ken Dodge. He in Kentucky was like a co-host for me. Mike couldn't make it, so Ken filled in, and Ken was fantastic. He did a great job. So good job, Ken.
Good job, Ken. Thanks for filling in for me.
Now we're people telling jokes. This is a podcast like I've never done before. It's yellow and feeds off of dead beetles.
Yoko Ono, yeah.
True fact.
That is funny.
That is true. Yeah.
So
You didn't know.
talk about some
Mayhem for a reason.
Right, exactly right. And they follow us. Our fans follow us, and they're as crazy as we are.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Man, they're such great people. I cannot wait to meet them. There's one event within my list here. Let's go through the list. The first one that I could find that's coming up is on April 5th. It's the 5th annual Ride for Autism in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that you've been to previous years. What is that like? What's that experience like?
Well, to be honest with you, we're going to Texas the first time in May.
Yeah, first time, mate.
So that's our boys out there in Texas from Texas Iron.
But what we do with this year is, we believe in the cause and we believe in trying to help people. So if you can't be there, if you can't donate, share, and that's what we do. We'll share stuff like this for autism or whatever,
Right.
So we'll share events all over the country, all over the world. We'll get the word out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we do best. So
I love that. So that's on the 5th of April. And then next up is Big Benefit for Little Michelle. And let me bring that flyer up.
She is a personal friend of mine out here on Long Island, and she has breast cancer, and we're going to raise a lot of money to make her roll well.
Yes.
So that's going to be we have a lot of bands, local bands all over Long Island playing. That's just going to be a great show that we're having at Revolution Bar.
Right.
On May 5th.
At Farmingdale.
And no, Amityville.
Amityville, sorry.
Right down the block from the Amityville Horror House.
Yeah.
Oh,
Revolution.
very cool.
Yeah.
Every band that plays there always has to point that out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming that a lot of people that are watching this broadcast have already participated in rides before. But if they haven't, for some of these larger events like the 2 that we mentioned, and then there's 3 more that we're going to talk about, is there a registration fee? Do you need to go sign up on a website? How does that work?
It's all different. Like
Right.
you want to.
Right. Usually what happens is it's $20 for the bike and $10 for the passenger. You pay when you get down there. Some of them have pre-pays, so you can pay online, like when we do a D. Snyder run or something like that.
Mhm.
They have a pre-registration. So, you save $5 by pre-registering. Other than that, you just pay at the door and you come in. If you're a new timer running out there, my advice would be just stay in the back. You don't want to be in the middle. You don't want to be in the front.
Sure.
Just hang out in the back and enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
Right.
Good job, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Man, they're still telling jokes. Like while we're talking, we got to go back and read all these comments again because away. So then next up is Texas Iron. Tell me about
Oh boy. Well, it's an event, it's like I always say, everyone talks about Daytona or Sturgis or Laconia. It's these smaller events that are growing that if you really want to experience a bike event, these are the ones that you want to go to.
Right.
With the biker games and all the stuff like that. And we support all these, smaller, events. Thank you, Mike. See, I messed up all the time. We want to go. We are going to this event to show our support towards the Texas guys. They support the show. We're supporting them.
Right.
We've been to Camel City Bike Fest. That's by our BTN. They support us. We support them. That's what we do. So we are going to Texas, and we're going to rock Texas.
We're going to rock.
And we're doing a live show from the stage there. I'm setting it up. We can't bring any of our equipment because we're flying, but we're working out a couple of details where we will be on the stage doing a live show.
Yes, we will.
That is very cool. So next, take me to Dayton, Ohio. What's happening there?
We'd love to.
Dayton, Ohio.
I'm coming to the last one.
Hey.
It was Mike's voice, wasn't it?
You're not the only one that's coming, I'll tell you that.
It was Mike's voice, wasn't it?
See, I always make them come first.
Now, Dayton Bike Fest, that's a brand new bike fest, okay, first year. We're actually doing a live show from there. We're going to be down there broadcasting, have a good time. We're going to have Geneva's playing down there.
Yes.
If you never saw Geneva play, she's amazing. She's fantastic. And you will see her in Kentucky.
Right.
But,
Shower scene?
No, not yet. but yeah, so Dayton is a new bike event. We're going down there. We're going to rock Dayton. We're going to have a good time with Dayton. And we're Dayton.
Right. This is another first for us and a first for them.
Yes.
We love being the first of the first, so we can see it grow together.
Right. Yeah.
And Kentucky, Vet City. Jesus Christ.
See, we mess up all the time. That's what we do.
Vet City and Camel City, and we like to be on the bottom floor, and then everyone grows together.
That's right.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So before we get to Vet City, because that's the last one that I have here in my notes, somebody's asking, why don't you talk about Leesburg Bike Fest in
Leesburg, Florida. Leesburg Bike Fest is one of my favorite, man.
It is.
And unfortunately, we can't make to that one this year. I did Leesburg a couple of years ago, and that is really a great event because they shut down like 8 or 10 blocks.
Right.
And there's there's some bars, but mostly it's the portable bars. And you can just grab a beer and walk down the street. It's just a friendly, awesome,
it is.
A bike event. And, I unfortunately, at the end of the month for me, real hard. So I'm getting down to Florida at the end of the month. I'm going to pull off the Dayton one. That's going to be tough. I'm going to do it. But going to Florida at the end of the month is really tough because that's always at the end of the month.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there's so many that we don't have time to talk about. Like
there's
Panama
so many.
City and, like we said, the Ohio is the first one for us. That this is the first for them and the first for us to be in Ohio.
Right.
But there's a lot of the small ones that we don't. We're so busy with the little tiny ones that we forget about the big ones that have been around for a while.
Well, we're actually doing Panama City this year. Yeah, that's going to be a good one, man. Because I want to go to Sharky's, put my head in that shark. I love that shark.
I love Sharky's.
Anyway, but yes, that's my favorite place down there. But so Leesburg, if you have a chance to go to Leesburg, Florida, it's definitely a great event to go to. So definitely check out Leesburg.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's talk about Vet City. Vet City has quite an extensive lineup of musical acts that they have. And I mean, not little ones. I mean, they have Puddle of Mud and Jackal, Colt Ford, Kyle Daniel. Those are really good bands.
It's top-notch bands. It's a top-notch motorcycle event that is definitely growing. It started last year. It blew up. It took off. And it's a major event now. It is, and we're really excited and proud to be part of it.
Right.
And, we're looking forward to this year and the next year and the year after because we're with them forever, man. We love Vet City and Larry Job.
We're stuck with Larry.
Oh, yeah. And Kimberly Job, you did a fantastic too.
Yeah.
She's a big part of it. And everybody that's part of Vet City, it's like I've never seen an event come together like that there was not one problem last year. None. And you know what? Everybody came together, had great vendors, great bands. It just went smooth, and it was a great time. Right?
This year, 24 bands in 4 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that is off the hook. I mean, that is.
Hey, steal my word. Don't steal my word, man. I'm off the hook.
That is off the chain.
There you go.
That's off the chain.
Boy.
That
But,
is so
yeah, it's an amazing event that they put together down there, and like Johnny said, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's
I mean,
huge.
they had to move from the Corvette Museum out to a whole new area to hold more people. It's gonna be an awesome time on site.
And the pre-party at the Bowling Green Harley Davidson, man, give a shout out to Bowling Green Harley Davidson. Those guys are fantastic. They put on a great show there last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. We're going to see, Dustin.
Yeah.
We're going to see Jasmine.
Yeah.
We're going to see Geneva. I mean,
Louisiana Swamp Donkey.
Oh, man, love that, man. If you never saw Louisiana Swamp Donkey,
Small town
it's going to be huge.
Small town Titans.
Small town Titans. Yeah.
What a man.
Oh, man. It's Vet City.
Oh, I'm getting so pumped up right now. Yeah, bring it on to me, baby.
You know what? It is definitely an event that you have to check out.
You have to.
Once in your lifetime, Vet City's got to be on your bucket list, no matter what.
On your bucket list every year.
Listen, anybody listen. They need about 300 more likes on there to get the 10.
Yeah, let's get them.
Go to their page and get that 300 likes on there.
Yeah,
today.
Vet City, man, boost them up, man.
Boost them up.
So.
That is so cool. So, out of all the events that are out there, and everybody's commenting, I have a little bit of a knowledge of how many different events, different rides are out there. What would be the top 3 that you have not done yet that's on your bucket list?
I want to do Arizona.
Ocean City.
I want to do Vegas.
Vegas would be hot.
Chilly.
I would love to do Vegas.
Yeah. I want to get the show out west.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. And we're getting out west by doing Texas Iron.
Right. I like to do Pacific Highway too.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, I want my tires. I want my tires on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
To go down Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard, and the Sunset Strip.
I'm with you, man.
And the Vegas Strip.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's my thing I want to do.
I'm getting movement.
Yeah, me too. And not only because of
Well, I think it has a lot to do with both.
Yeah.
So I got a beautiful picture I'm looking at.
Well, hold on. Roger fell off his motorcycle. You okay?
You want me to pick it up for you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's gorgeous. Vegas.
That's another one.
Highway. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful.
We've done so many, but there's so many out there that we haven't even touched.
We haven't even. Yeah.
I'd like to do international.
Yeah, I would love that one day. I really would. International.
Yeah, my dream is to ride from the top of Chile to the bottom of Chile.
I'd like to roll down there.
This would be a good time to put your sunglasses on there, Johnny, because I got something going this year. Optic Armor.
Look at that. Armor sunglasses, man. If you're at an event and you see a big yellow trailer with a pair of sunglasses on the back, look into the sun, my friend. Go get yourself some great glasses because they got great glasses.
Follow the sun.
Follow the sun.
That's awesome. I love it. Shout out to Optic Armor sunglasses and apparel.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking of apparel, I saw you guys have t-shirts. How do I get my hands on because I know you have them, the baby tees and the tanks and the t-shirts and the booty shorts. How do I get them?
Give me your address. I'll hand deliver to them. Don't even give me a size. I'm just gonna guess. You're gonna wear what I give you, and it's gonna be small, guaranteed small. When we get the details when I get there, that's all.
And Mike can put it on you.
Oh yeah.
We'll take it off.
But I have my eyes closed.
Like this.
Because you're a gentleman. We all know that.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman.
Yeah. But if you want a shirt, we usually sell for about $20, man. You can either inbox me or inbox the show. But we have more. We got Motorcycle Mayhem Radio shirts. We got Road Captain shirts. We got Strip Club Chopper shirts. So we have all that good stuff. So you want that stuff, give us a message or a message to show.
Right.
And all that good stuff. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is Strip Club Choppers?
Oh, good question.
There's something that we have to
find out.
We're going to have to experiment with you with that.
It's a clothing line that has bike apparel and bike accessories. Johnny Lang owns the whole company. I own New York. Strip Club Choppers in New York. And it's just shirts and bike apparel, and you can get some parts linkage. And it's all about the stripper.
That's right.
It's all about the girl. It has nothing to do with strip bars. Everyone thinks it's a strip bar, but it has that kind of concept.
It's an homage to
It's an homage.
The lovely ladies.
Absolutely. And it's sexy. all the clothes are sexy.
So, all right.
How's this reading so tense? And they all say the same thing.
What?
Get rid
I'm
of
gonna
this.
have to put an outfit or a bunch of outfits together for Vet City. And I was in Daytona for Bike Week. Oh gosh, it was like 2005. And the
Right.
thing then was to wear your leather chaps and panties.
Right.
And whatever you got, mesh tops or whatever you got on up top. So
But
we hear you, Rod. Do you have something to say? Is that
No,
you popping
he's
into a
speechless
cigar?
right now.
Oh, I just fell off my stool.
Oh my God.
So what has it gotten a little bit more leather and lace, or is it still?
Yes, no.
corsets. We wear a lot of corsets
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
here.
Mike does.
Yeah, I love wearing the corsets. The tighter the better.
That's right.
Assless chaps.
Assless chaps, that's a
Which-
must. No more underwear, just
Yeah,
chaps.
That's it.
I mean, that's and tie dyes. Short shorts. Those are nice. Ripped jeans,
Yeah.
thongs. I
Yeah.
mean, are we still talking about?
I did that conversation 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
I don't know. I was just.
I was waiting to see where you trailed off to. And we left off on thongs.
Right.
So okay,
Yeah.
good. So it's going to be very light packing for all of us ladies going out there. And everybody is so nice. I mean, even the girls that are out there and they're pretty much naked.
Right.
They're
You say
so
like it's a
nice.
bad
So
thing.
Well, in Texas, when we go to Texas, what they're actually wearing is paint.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a really great artist out there that women could get their bodies painted, and that's going to be awesome, But it's an art form, We look at it as an art form.
Sure do.
Yes.
All ladies are on
Yes.
form.
Yes. I'm wearing paint too. I'm wearing
Right.
brown.
Oh, now that's sexy. That's ballsy. I love it.
Free painted on. What's that? Is that a flea?
Well, I was getting a bike painted between his legs.
It's a big bike.
Oh my goodness. All right.
I
So
got the snake. Oh,
Got
the garden snake.
Oh, even a worm.
Snake worm.
Not even on a hook.
you guys are
I'm a
so
host.
much fun. I'm really laughing more than I am asking you questions. But for all three of you, who has ridden the longest?
I think Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, I've been riding since I can remember. So
And that was like 2 days ago.
I got a 2015 with over 52,000 miles on.
Wow.
So
I got 2007.
right.
With 1 mile on it.
Yeah.
And Rod has a swim.
Schwinn.
A swim.
Schwinn.
Twin.
Swim. 10
So
speed.
I have John Frew.
Yes,
friend
John
of
Frew.
yours. He says you're going to be painted in barbecue.
Oh,
Sauce.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sweet baby Ray's, bring it to me.
Here comes the ant again.
It's not the first time he's done it either.
So ladies get latex paint and you get barbecue sauce.
That's it.
Nice.
Barbecue sauce.
That's-
That's fair.
Just mustard on one spot. When a hot dog run.
You're the one who wins the wiener
Right.
contest every time.
Ken Dodge.
What? Oh, tell me, there's a wiener contest?
Oh, Johnny, tell her the story about the wiener
Yeah, go ahead
contest.
and tell me that.
Oh, well, there was a where were we?
Big Mountain
West
Run.
Virginia at the Big
Big
Mountain Run. That's another great event that no one ever talks about, and it's like a real personal event in the mountains of West Virginia, and it's really awesome. And they were doing the biker games, and one of the games was one of the guys riding the motorcycle and the girls on the back standing up, and she got to try to bite the hot dog off the
Gotta
string.
swallow the wiener.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
no one's getting the hot dog. No one's getting the hot dog. I'm sitting there. I'm getting bored. I'm drinking a beer. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I walk across the field. I walk the thing. I grab the hot dog off the string. I eat it and I walk away. And they're all looking at me like, eat the hot dog. And then Chris Callan goes, I thought he liked steak.
He just walks across the whole field. Everyone's watching. What the hell's this idiot doing?
Grab the hot dog and get walking. No.
All right. So Dale is suggesting that my next question is, who's been ridden the hardest?
Me.
Obi Wan. Yeah.
Yeah, they ride me hard.
They ride me hard and put me away wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use a lot of towels in the hotel.
Oh, jeez. Come red roulette. Sorry.
So are there any types of bikes that don't really fit in, or
No.
is it anybody who has a bike is welcome?
Well, you see, with this show is we accept all the bikes because we want to welcome everybody.
Right.
So we're not going to say, oh, you don't have a Harley, you can't be with us, But you know what? I ride a Harley. Mike has a Harley. Ron has a Harley. Okay? And so, but I'm looking to get an Indian.
Right.
My next bike's going to be Indian. I'm keeping my Harley. I want to have a Harley and an Indian. But, I won't go out and get a Honda or nothing like that. That's just me. But if you have one, we're not going to shy you away from the show. We're all about, the love of the brotherhood and of the motorcycle.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's a real thing. Exactly.
It doesn't matter what you ride. As long as you're riding, I mean, that's the experience.
But the only thing is, if we go to a bar, you
Right.
got to park your Honda in the back. Sorry.
You're not parking next to me. But,
No, you know what? The ride is what's important. What you're riding doesn't matter. It's the ride that's important and the brotherhood that you have for the ride.
right, but it has to have a motor in it, Rod.
Yeah.
Good.
What are your opinions on trikes?
Oh, I want one of those.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
love trucks.
Oh, yeah, I want one of those.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
the ones with the wheels in the front. The
I,
ones
you
with
know
the
what?
wheels in the back.
I like the Can-Ams, but I've driven
Nah, I
it.
don't like that.
But it's not a bike ride. It's a totally different ride. It's almost like being in a sports car.
Right.
So
sure
it's
it
a
is.
totally different ride.
Yeah, like you said the magic word, car.
Yeah,
I don't want to feel like
Just-
I'm on a car.
just like a slingshot. Same
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
It's cool to
it's
look
exactly-
at, but
No,
It's not a bike ride.
if I'm gonna get a trike, I want either an old school trike,
right,
with the long nose chopper light,
absolutely.
or regular trike. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, I'm into trikes
Yeah, and dikes.
and tries. I'm into tries too, so it really doesn't make a difference.
That's so true,
As long as you
Johnny.
don't do a reach around, everything's the same.
That's right. So
However,
You love to reach around.
Chris Harkins is saying no Vespas.
no,
No.
Rod's out.
Can you picture us three on Vespas going down the road? It'd be hysterical.
He just got fired again.
The only,
I get fired once a day.
the only time you belong on a Vespa was in Key West, and that's
Right.
even questionable.
Questionable.
I had my
Yeah.
Harley on Key West.
But that picture of you in the pink Speedo on the Vespa is classic.
Who still got that picture out?
Right, the banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Where's that picture? I need that for the broadcast.
Oops, it got burnt in the fire.
I'll send it to you.
Let me
There you
figure it out real quick.
Yeah.
So everybody, we want to like and share, follow it, of course, but send it off to everybody like and share Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on Facebook. You're on YouTube.
Yep.
And I also noticed on your website, Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, which in the description, guys, I left off the .com because it's a no-no and frowned upon by Facebook, but it is motorcyclemayhemradio.com, and you have all of your shows. So
Yeah.
if somebody is on a specific show that you wanted to see, all you had to do is go back to the date. How far back do you catalog those shows on the website?
Well, actually, the website, the shows go way back, but they're not really up to date to the last. But the website's was down, was up. But YouTube, all the shows are on YouTube for the most part. But I learned something that every time I post a show on YouTube, it goes on Twitter also. So if you missed the show, you don't do YouTube or Facebook, you can go on Twitter and watch the show as well.
Wow, that's good.
So I went on Twitter, I'm like, what's all these shows like?
I didn't even notice that.
So you can go to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on Twitter. We have Instagram. We have YouTube and Facebook. And then what else do we have?
And they're archived on the website also.
What?
And some of them are archived on the website.
Yeah, some of them are on the website. But if you want, you can watch the recent shows. Definitely go to YouTube. Subscribe to us. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff.
Say you and I will be at Vet City, says Ken Dodge. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
No, Ken, nobody will be there.
We can't see that, Ken.
Ken Dodge and I will be at Vet City, and we were talking in the green room. So, Ken, I challenge you to a Barbie car race.
There you go. Get all serious and shit on.
Oh, come on,
Call
Ken.
him out.
Come on.
Wait,
Come on.
I have something I want to say.
Right.
That.
Let's see what he says. He's putting the dates up there. Let's see. He just heard it. I'm sure
There
he's
you go.
excited.
Wait a second here. Jason just came up with an idea.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Right.
Big Machine vodka sauce.
Nice.
Olive vodka sauce.
Olive.
Oh,
Come on. Look at that. Big Machine vodka sauce.
Oh, look,
Do it.
Look,
It gave me more.
it gave me more.
The bottles keeps giving, Mike.
Right?
Yeah, Mike. Wait. Here it comes.
Oh, Pink Machine vodka. That is, I can't wait to taste it. Is it smooth?
It's very smooth.
Do you see this, Elizabeth? Larry Joe
Like my
invited
pants.
you to be a guest at Motorcycle Mayhem.
Nice.
And I say yes.
That's it. I mess up. Hold
Yeah.
on.
I'm inviting you to be a guest.
I say yes, Larry. Yes. I would love to be a guest.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Nice.
And Ken says, "Oh hell no, you didn't." Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
she
Yeah,
did.
sorry, Ken.
I
You can
did.
carry her bags now.
Yeah. Oh, Butler.
Lucky ride, but we're gonna try it out there, Ken.
There's a great show you got here.
It is. Great show.
Oh, Jason's shipping Friday.
Awesome. I mean, I love it. I'm just going through all these comments. Everybody's interacting, and it's so fantastic. Thank you so much for watching the show and for commenting on the show. And wow, you have fantastic fans.
We
And
do. We have the best.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why I find it important every week that we try to shout out everybody that's watching the show.
Right.
Because every person that's watching our show is very important to us. And we want everyone to know that.
They're
Right.
part
That
of
if
it.
it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have what we have right now.
Right.
Except for Ken Dodds, of course.
Right.
But
Ooh,
But
thank
you know
John.
what? That's what it is, Joe, man. You know what? I see some people who like stars, whatever, don't want to be bothered. Oh, baseball players, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be where you are now.
Right, exactly.
I'll trade position with you in a second. You kidding me? So that's what it is, man. We appreciate everybody out there that shares our show, that supports us and pushes the show along. Without them, we wouldn't have nothing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, when we have people coming from another state to see us in another state that we went to, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just an amazing feeling that you took the time out to come and see us.
Right.
So we're grateful. We're grateful to have, great fans that actually like what we do.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah, we got Daniel Hopkins, who's up at 2 a.m. in England to
Yes.
watch the show every Monday night.
Yep. Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, this is like a play date. This isn't work right now. This is not a normal interview. And I love it because I knew that it wasn't going to be. So it's awesome. All right. Now, John Crew, I'm going to have to figure out who this guy is because he's talking my language with the moonshine.
Yeah.
That's what we call him, the flu master.
It's not lemonade. Lemonade.
Lemonade. Yes, muscadine lemonade. That's what we love here.
Oh, boy. This is gonna be bad.
This is awesome. I can hardly even keep up with the comments, and it's
What's up, Chris?
well, guys, I want to bring this back up here. Look, I don't even know where you found her, and God bless her. God,
You sent me that picture last week.
You don't know.
Put the electric chair on it. You did the best.
I put the arrow. That was my idea. She looked like an arrow.
And I put the Monday nights, 8 p.m. You did the rest, man. That's
Yeah,
you.
we did the rest.
So,
And we thank you for it.
and I tried to make that thumb where it's going to pull that string off
Yeah.
right there.
Nice.
you guys are awesome. It's like you wind them up and just watch you go. I have somebody saying, I love riding all over this great nation. So have any of you three guys ridden from coast to coast yet?
My furthest ride, I rode from here to Myrtle Beach.
Right.
And then I rode from, where was I? Well, down to Key West. I can't remember from where. But I rode down to Key West. It was an amazing ride. I mean, forget about it. Blue water on the left. Blue water on your right.
Right.
Blue water on your left. Blue water on your right.
Blue balls.
Guess what? More blue water. Gorgeous. Best ride I ever took.
All right. So Bob Johnson, I'm going to put her picture back up here, guys. We need to give an age to this asset.
37.
Say she's probably about 23. You said 37, guys.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
No.
Right. There we go. Here comes the freaky rod now.
No. That's dramatic, Bob.
Come on, guys. How many times I got to tell you? I'm the worst at this stuff. I went to a house with a pocket full of 20s and still struck out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time on the show tonight. I had a blast. I really, really would love to do this again. Maybe we can do it.
All right, that was the part we do the exercise and we do the calisthenics. Everyone get up, jumping jacks.
Yeah.
I want to know pants.
1, 2, anybody?
Say the alphabet there, Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, I got another question before I sign off. Did you have a background in voiceover work or radio?
No, none at all.
Porn. I can smell it from here.
She just, those eyes just rolled down.
Oh, she's hot, man.
I think she's giving.
Oh, you have a great voice. That's what those eyes were thinking.
Thank you. Oh, very much. That's the best.
All three of you are fantastic at what you do. And I wish you so many blessings and much fortune in continuing to do what you do, which I know that you're going to anyway.
That's what makes me laugh. I got the worst voice ever. And like, how do people listen to me every week? I have no idea how they do it.
We wonder that too.
Yeah.
You don't have the worst voice. You don't have a bad voice at all. You have a very unique voice. When you speak, I know it's you. With Mike, he can morph. He could take that voice and be the booming voice that intros the movies and the trailers. He could be the sexy porno voice. He could be a radio announcer. It's like,
Nice.
And then Rod, you just don't talk enough.
They don't let me talk. These guys won't shut up sometimes.
Right, he's too loud.
This is a cigar guy.
I know. I just talk about moist cigars.
Moist.
Oh, jeez. Creamy cigar.
God, this is so cool. Do you see Don Logue here? Don Logue. April 1st, I'm leaving to ride all 48 states in tour of honor.
Oh, man. Keep us in.
Don. You know what? Go on our Motorcycle Mayhem page, and we want to keep in touch with you, man, on that ride, Don.
Yeah. Keep us abreast to what's going on there.
You say breast?
You say breast?
I did. I had to get that word out.
Yeah. We give a shout out to Bob Johnson.
Yeah.
What's up, Bob Johnson?
What's up?
Great guy. He's my marketing guy. He's my salesman. He's awesome.
Follow the sun.
Follow the sun to Bob Johnson. And Jane Morris, awesome. And Larry Job. I got a face for radio, Johnny. Thanks, Larry.
We all do.
And Hondo's on too. So, Rod. So,
all right. So we have a calisthenic exercise, everybody. You ready? Where's your elbow?
Elbows.
Your elbows. All right, touch behind your back.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I just got a cramp. And it's not my arm.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Jason. All right, guys. This has been fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to meet you in person in September. That's going to be really fun.
Do we have to wait until September?
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
No, I'm going down to Atlanta. I'm catching the next flight. I should be there for breakfast.
The 11th.
Mike, what are you doing over there, Mike?
If you guys are back down here in the South, let me know. I'd love to catch up with you.
Nice.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot wait until your show again on Monday. I ever since Ken Dodge turned me on to you guys, I've been every Monday I click in there and I'm watching. Sometimes I don't catch the whole show, but it's just like this. It's real. It's authentic. It's conversation. It's laughing. The people you have following you and commenting and calling into your show, they've got a great sense of humor, except for those guys that are like, I have a dick. I mean, those aren't funny, but
that's Rod.
Even that face was sexy.
I know.
Right?
What face has she made that's not been sexy?
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, God.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that you have a good night.
You too.
And I'll see you soon.
Thank you, man. Thanks to everybody for watching. We love you all.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we love you. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Oh my goodness. I have had so many great interviews, and this one takes the cake. I don't think we really have ever quite relaxed like we did tonight, had so many comments as we did tonight. I am over the moon excited. And everyone, please go find Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on Facebook, on YouTube. watch their shows, go to www.motorcyclemayhemradio.com, and you can watch past shows. You can also watch the past shows on YouTube and on location shows. So they have a 3-hour show that just dropped from Bike Week in Daytona. Off the hook, amazing. You should see some of the bands that these guys see. You should see the people that they're with. They are so funny. They are so real. Catch them every week, 8 p.m. Eastern on Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on Facebook is probably one of the easiest ways to catch them, although they simulcast. So you're going to catch them on YouTube as well. So everyone have a great night. Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you, Jane, Ken. I mean, the list goes on and on. You guys have been throwing so much love at us, and I just absolutely love you back. As I always say, you are blessed. We are blessed. Mwah, and I love you. Good night. I'll see you again next